Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's energy update for July 21st through to the 28th. My name is Rebecca Meisel. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in and for joining me for this update today. Really excited to share what came through and what channeled for us. We've got some really interesting themes this week, and it feels really good, to be honest. We're getting a lot of clarity this week. We're getting a lot of these higher vibrations that are helping us purge the old, the difficult, the things that are standing in the way of our forward movement. So I'm really getting this very positive energy. So even if we've been kind of riding the waves or the roller coaster of life lately, remember to hang in there, okay? Because this week we're going to start seeing and putting an absolute focus on these dreams that we are trying to bring into fruition, these amazing next chapters that we are creating for ourselves. So hang tough, my friends. We're going to get through this. So the first theme that we have for this week is full speed ahead. Dreams coming to fruition, releasing doubts. You can do this, allowing yourselves opportunities to flourish and to grow. When in doubt, follow the path of excitement and joy. Don't be afraid to take the plunge. How much can you believe? Now is the time to be brilliantly bold, surrendering control to the universe and letting things happen. It's time to work towards those goals. Everything you desire is in the palm of your hand. It's time to let your soul sing. So beautiful. We're getting such a beautiful message this week to help encourage us with these foundations, with this forward movement. We had so much the past few weeks around really cultivating new, right? And really letting that have a full foothold in our lives. So what are those dreams that you have? What are those things that you are wanting to put into fruition? And where has your faith really been required and perhaps tested with these dreams? So we had a lot of that last week where it's like we might not have seen the progress yet. We might not have seen the shifts or the changes. We might not see the fruits of our labors just yet, but we have to trust and to know that they will come through. So I love how we're getting this forward push this week to really get motivated and to really allow ourselves to release doubt. So think about that this week. Is there anywhere that I'm doubting myself? Is there anywhere that I believe I'm not capable of doing what I'm setting out to do? And I love how they have this where it's like, how much can you believe? Okay? How much can you believe? Really look at that. Like, what is the power of your belief? And do you have this backing of yourself? Do you have your own back in this particular area? So this week we might have some doubts that come up. We might have some disbelief. We might have low confidence that might raise to the surface and makes us question, right? Can we do this? Are we actually capable? But what I keep hearing is we have to stay true to ourselves and recognize that how powerful we are and what we're truly capable of. So I just keep hearing like revealing your true self, revealing who you really are, following the authentic path and taking those aligned actions that you need to make. And this is something that has come up for me more recently was this, the way that it was put to me was, sometimes we feel like we should do something, but what is it that we need to do? And I think I might have mentioned this in one of my updates as well, but what is that need you have within your soul? What is that need that's been placed into your heart that you know you need to do right now? So take a little time this week to do a bit of soul searching. If you're unsure of what that actually is, what you need to do, what your goals are, it's time to get clear, my friends, and it's time to make bold steps. It's time to make bold moves. So I love this because it says, when in doubt, follow the path of excitement and joy. Don't be afraid to take the plunge. So how often do we hold ourselves back from doing the joyful thing? Doing the thing that actually would fulfill us. Doing the thing that actually would make us happy. And we see this all the time. We actually choose other options that are safe, or make us feel comfortable, or that make us feel is the more logical choice to make. But we're still left feeling this empty space, this lack of fulfillment. So recognize when you do that. They're kind of bringing this to our attention this week. When you make choices that are unfulfilling, take a note and go, oh, okay, next time I'm going to choose the actually fulfilling choice. So they give me this example of someone who's like, I really want to go travel one day, and maybe the destination they want to go is maybe expensive. So maybe they're like, instead of saving for the trip I actually really, really want, I'm going to put what money I do have towards a mini getaway and kind of have like a happy medium moment where you're compromising for yourself and going, okay, well, I'm going to just take this mini trip and that will have to be good enough, instead of saving for the long-term goal, the actual thing that's going to give you that satisfaction and fulfillment and what you actually want. So they're like, bring awareness to that. Where are your decisions really coming into play? And what decisions are you making? Are they aligned decisions? Are they decisions that make you fulfilled? Or are we making decisions out of fear and a lack mindset, low confidence, low self-esteem? They keep showing me the chatter of the mind this week. This is a very strong week where we're going to have to be very mindful of our thoughts, very mindful of the energies we are admitting, that we are promoting, and what we're actually listening to. Okay, so what thoughts are conducive to my goals? What beliefs are conducive to my goals? And what are in direct conflict? And how often am I listening to the voices, to the thoughts, to the beliefs that are in conflict with my end goals? So they're bringing this awareness of purging any of these belief systems that are kind of stealing energy and vitality from us and from the goals that we currently have. It's time to be free, my friends. It's time to drop the chains that have bound us from doing what we need to do and stopping us from being in our light and being in our authenticity and being who we are. So they're really bringing this awareness of removing the chains, showcasing yourself, and seeing you are just right. Okay, so we might see this come through as a theme in revealing our true selves this week, really being honest about what we want to do, who we are, and expressing that, and seeing how that really goes hand in hand with our goals. So be mindful of mirroring this week. If you were noticing your dreams, your goals, you are afraid to pursue them, if those goals and dreams are in alignment with you, where are you actually afraid of just being yourself and showing who you are to the world? And notice if there's any mirroring that is going on with your desires and where they might be reflecting back to you your fears and what really needs to purge before you can bring this to completion. So everything you desire is in the palm of your hand. It's time to work towards your goals. It's time to let your soul sing. So once more, this is a very repetitive message that keeps coming to the fore. Are you letting your soul sing? Every day. Every day. Does your soul sing? Where are things becoming repetitive, redundant, unmotivating, discouraging, depressing? Where are you feeling stuck in your life? Where are you feeling unfulfilled? Have you let your soul sing today? Think about that. If you are feeling any of those things, how often have you been letting your soul sing? Have you been your own detriment in those areas? Have you not been allowing yourself to get unstuck? Have you been not allowing yourself to do what actually lights you up? So we have to get radically honest this week and really take a look at how often we are partaking in suffering, and we are partaking in things that do not light us up, that do not align, and make the course corrections, okay? Because the energies are very supportive of us stepping into alignment right now. So for us to really achieve this balance, we need to listen, and we need to be able to believe that everything is working in our favor. So the belief is the big part this week. How can you believe? All right. So to build a successful life, one needs to be willing to take risks. Take the leap and see where it goes. How strong is your belief in yourself? Okay, I love this. While I was reading this, I was actually getting a very strong visual of someone taking the risk by being vulnerable, by letting someone else into their lives. So take how this resonates. Some of us might be really taking forward movement in our relationships this week. Some of us might really be opening our hearts and sharing ourselves the way we have never shared ourselves before. And what I keep hearing with this taking risks, it's like, how willing have you been to share your heart, to share your vulnerable side, to share who you really are with other people and in turn, the world? So I'm really hearing that if you have business goals this week, if you have goals that are more focused on the 3D, you might be actually asked to go and do a little introspection and look within your relationships and look within your relationship with yourself and your heart, because this all is connected. And really looking into how willing we are to be authentic in this world. So everything starts with that inner relationship with yourself. The outer world mirrors you. So what is your world telling you right now? What is your world mirroring to you? And that helps us really get clear, right? So this week, if you feel called, do a little digging. Look into each area of your life. Go, okay, what's going on in my career right now? What is that mirroring to me about my own relationship with myself and how I feel about myself and the energies that are manifesting because of this relationship I currently have with myself? And then go to your relationships. What are these relationships mirroring to me about myself? And look at all the corners of your life and really get clear. Oh, if there's something that's not feeling good, if there's something that's detrimental to you, that's not working out for you, how can you take the empowered role and take this leadership of your life and go, okay, for me to change this external circumstance, I need to make the inward change. I need to be able to look at myself and go, okay, what has made me manifest this in that sense, right? So if we're getting a repetitive message of feeling insignificant, as an example, feeling like you don't matter, or your work doesn't matter, or you're not seen, okay? These are some big ones that a lot of us face. When we don't feel seen or appreciated or valued, once more, we have to look, are we appreciating and valuing what we offer, who we are, what we can do? And if we have a small audience, as an example, well, how eager are we to showcase our true selves to the world? Is there anything that we are trying to hold back? Is there anything we're trying to protect? Right? Because they're kind of showing me these hands up like, stop, that's close enough. So where are the boundaries that are actually detrimental for yourself that you've put in place? So who is at arm's length? What is at arm's length? And what are those things that we need to release that block the flow of love? Because I'm really hearing the heart wants to open. So for us, we might feel like we're in the danger zone when we are vulnerable, when we share who we really are with someone, with the world, when we showcase our abilities, right? That can make us feel very uncomfortable, very vulnerable. So how comfortable are you telling people who you are, showing people who you are, showcasing what you can do? These are things we have to look at. And we're starting to enter Leo season, which is all about that. It is all about showcasing yourself. It's all about being bold and courageous. And we're seeing these themes and elements coming really strongly to the fore. So to build a successful life, one needs to be willing to take risks. Take the leap and see where it goes. How strong is your belief in yourself? So once more, what is holding you back? Allow yourself to take that leap of faith this week. Allow yourself to open your heart and trust that you have got your own back, okay? So I'm really hearing we are learning to put down the sword. We are learning to put down our shields and defenses and learning to live open-heartedly. So this is very beautiful. And this is bolstering our belief in ourselves because we're like, okay, no matter what life throws my way, I know I can handle it. I'm trusting the flow. I'm trusting my life. I'm trusting the process. Okay, so if unnecessary worries come in, realize that you are supported. You can give these worries, you can give these burdens, you can give these fears to God, to the universe to hold for you. So once more, if these fears come up, if you're not feeling confident, if you're scared, it's okay. It's okay to be a human being. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. We cannot outgrow fear. We cannot outgrow being triggered because we're not perfect. We're always going to have healing to do. We're always going to have things that are instinctual within us to keep ourselves safe and protected. But it's knowing the difference between our egos and that voice that wants to keep us small and recognizing the difference of going, okay, thank you, ego, for trying to keep me safe, for protecting me and wanting to, allow me to stay where I am, but I got to take a risk and I'm going to take this leap because I know I'm worthy of this. Right? So really allowing yourselves to gauge that line this week is going to be important. So from there, we have manifesting money. Now, this is quite the theme because I feel money has definitely been on the mind. This is definitely a theme that's been coming up very prominently. So what's that looking like for you? What are your finances looking like? Are these things that have been on your mind? And how so? How has this been coming up in your life? So what's very interesting is this theme is really revolving this primary aspect of dreams this week. So funding your dreams. Now, what came next was nothing can hold you back. Only yourself. Extinguish the belief that there is a blockage. There is no block. Only viewpoints you are ready to leave behind. It's time to shift the perspective. what is best for you to believe now? That you have no money? Or you live an abundant life? So let's pause there. This was such a cool shift that I'm seeing here. And this is really coming up this week where we are going to be getting this very big view shift and viewpoint rather. So we're going to be opening our eyes to money and the real value of money and the importance of money and the role it plays in our lives. So whatever your situation is, getting that bigger perspective. So a lot of times we hear the story, well, we're human. We have needs. There's things that we need to have money for, to pay for, to get the bills done. We have these very 3D concerns, and that's very valid. We do live in a 3D world, and we are meant to be human and have that experience. However, we need to make sure we are also keeping money in a balanced view. So what I keep seeing is our eyes being opened. What is money really? And how much importance have we placed into it? Where have we put our power to it? And how much power do we give to it? So on a daily basis, how are your general feelings with your bank account, with spending? Are we feeling good when we purchase something? Or are we feeling lack? Are we feeling fear? Right? These are things that can help us wake up to our real, true beliefs about money and perspectives about money and how we are feeling about that situation currently. So what I keep hearing is we need this perspective change. A lot of us are feeling blocked right now. So many of us are looking at the economy. We're looking at all these external stories and sources that are telling us that we need to be saving. We need to have money. Everything's unaffordable. But once again, that doesn't need to be your reality. You are extremely powerful. You have the ability to manifest anything in your life. All you have to do is shift your perspective. All you have to do is shift the energy. And a lot of us are coming to see that that is true. And we're also being called to gather the evidence that you're safe. So if you're feeling unsafe in the world right now, financially or otherwise, can you not look at your challenges that you've faced in your life and see where the universe has come in for you, where you have come in for you? And I just keep hearing we're not giving ourselves enough credit. We are incredibly resourceful. We are incredibly resilient. We're incredible, powerful beings. And we have to remember that we are a soul in our body. So with that being said, how can we start seeing the truth? And this is where once more it can be hard. It can be difficult if we've only known one thing. If we've only known lack. It's going to take repetition. It's going to take work to really shift our mindsets to going from seeing what's missing to seeing what's there. And having gratitude for that, and having appreciation for what we do have, and seeing we live an abundant life. So I just keep hearing, just like last week, keep seeking out the little things, the evidence that you can gather that you are safe, you are supported, you do have financial backing, you will have everything you've ever needed. We just need to keep pushing through. So shift the perspective and really start getting conscious about what beliefs you are choosing. So are your beliefs truly in alignment with the life you want to live? And if not, let's course correct. And this is what's going to help us fund the dreams. So what I keep hearing is a lot of us are like, okay, I have this dream, I have this goal, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know how I'm going to fund it. I don't know how I'm going to get the backing, right? So this is what we do. We shift the belief systems. We surrender what we need to surrender, and we make small steps every single day that shift the internal that shifts the external. Okay? So, meeting your needs, seeing the beauty in your life, seeing you are abundant, and starting to make that your truth, your belief manifest. So, next what channeled was leave your woes behind. Settle on your new life. Bet on yourself. You will always make it through. So from there, we have this theme of repaying all your debts, releasing the need to owe anything to anyone. It is time to fulfill yourself. Think how you feel. Release doubt and realize it can happen for you. Recognize where self-doubt is sabotaging your path. Focus on generating abundance. Less focus on lack or debts. Nurture the abundance mindset. I love this so much. So we're getting this really strong theme here of leaving behind the doubt, noticing where we're self-sabotaging, and allowing ourselves to fulfill ourselves. It all comes full circle. We're seeing this very strong, dominant theme of self-fulfillment through everything here. So once more, check in. Am I fulfilling myself? Where am I not fulfilling my needs? Where am I not taking care of myself and putting myself first? Okay? And really coming to this self-trust. You are resilient. You can overcome any challenge. This is where the confidence is really, really needed. So I'm hearing in this aspect is check in with your self-care. What are ways of self-care that you struggle with? What are things that you need to be better at doing? When was the last time you checked in with yourself, your body? You made an appointment, you got your hair done, you went for that health checkup, you did something good for yourself. You know, what are those things we need to check in about? Because it all matters. And every time we give to ourselves and our bodies, the more we start being open to receiving goodness. So if you are someone who's struggling manifesting abundance in their life, really check into how open you are to receiving goodness. How open are you on a daily basis to give to yourself or to be given to, right? These are things we have to look at. Now, I love how this is shifting things when it comes to debt. Repaying all your debts, releasing the need to owe anything to anyone. Okay? So once again, when they're showing me like debts, it's just kind of like money going into someone else's pocket. That's what they're showing me. It's like giving money away, giving something that should be yours to something or someone else, and feeling this need of, or this emotion of shame around it or inadequacy. Now, this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but for those that it does, I'm just hearing it's time. It's time to release the need for this. It's time to clear any shame, any feelings of inadequacy because of finances. And it's time to fulfill you, fill your own cup. So what do you need to do to start making that happen? Right? So I keep hearing like action plan, make an action plan. What can I do to get this situation changed, to get this situation rectified. I don't deserve to be in this situation. I deserve so much more. So what has made me believe that I can't get by? What has made me believe that I can't survive without help? What has made me believe that I'm worthy of shame because of this? Why am I punishing myself by having debt? And where do I need to free myself of my mindsets that say I'm a bad person if I have that? Where do I need to free myself from anything that makes me feel small or less than? Right? So release doubt. Things can happen for you. Recognize where your self-doubt is sabotaging your path. Focus on generating abundance rather than the lack. So this is huge. A lot of times we see this mindset a lot when it comes to budgeting, as an example. So when we're told to have a budget, a lot of us are grown. It's just like, oh, that means I have to sacrifice, I have to scrape by, I have to, really be this, that, and the other. And for a lot of us, it's not a pleasant feeling that we have to budget, that we have to watch our spending, or we have to do this or that. And what I keep hearing is it makes us feel lacking, right? So what I keep hearing is like, shift the mindset, right? What are your true goals? How can you allocate the money to your true goals? What is your mindset towards that? And where are we focusing on where we're lacking rather than where we are abundant? So once again, where are your energies going? Is it going to lack or is it going to abundance? So every day, check in with yourself. Are you fixated on your debt? Are you fixated on penny pinching? Or are you fixated on I am abundant, everything I need is provided me? Okay? See the shift in the energy and even how you feel when you dwell on those differences. So realizing the world is bigger than you think. Okay, this is so funny. Once again, we're just getting this big view, this big bird eye view this week. We're going to be shown this bigger picture. We're going to be seeing how we've been living life small and how we've been thinking small. And we're going to need to be pushed sometimes to make this next step, this big step that we're needing to do. So where do we need to get this bigger perspective? We're going to have our eyes opened. The world is much bigger than you think. There is so much more than this problem in your life. There's so many other things that you have to look forward to. Okay, so don't fixate on the problem. Fixate on your power, how you can make your life so empowered that you don't feel disarmed by any of these problems that rear their heads. So seeing there is so much more to happiness. Happiness is finding and choosing yourself. Happiness is finding your light and being it. Nothing more, nothing less. Notice what stands in the way of that truth in your life. Make the change. You are here to be fulfilled, not just to suffer and sacrifice. Get your priorities straight. Work towards your goals. Make a long-term plan. Trust and put faith into miracles happening for you. So this is so beautiful. Once more, we're getting this amazing reminder that when we choose ourselves, we are always on the right path. When we choose what lights us up, which gives us excitement, that makes us feel like we're doing what we need to do rather than what we should do, we are going to find that fulfillment, success, and joy. That's all we have to do. We put so much worry into what things need to look like, what our goals and dreams need to be done by. We have a timeline for it all. We have all these rules and stipulations that are so unnecessary for us to live a happy and fulfilling life. So don't tie your worth to any of these things. Don't tie your worth to money. Don't tie your worth to how many followers you have on social media. Don't tie your worth to anything that it makes you feel less than. Because, my friends, you deserve to feel wonderful about yourself, wonderful about your life. Because guess what? We're all human and we all have problems. We all have issues that we will need to face. This is life. This is being a human being and having that experience. So stop judging it. Stop being fearful of making a mistake. Mistakes are just inevitable, but they are learning blocks for us. They don't have to keep you down and small anymore. So this is our time to rise. This is our time to choose ourselves and bring ourselves true fulfillment. So make those changes. Notice this week, what is hindering my joy? What is hindering my happiness? What is hindering me from taking this next step that I need to take for myself and for my life? Are they excuses? Are they worries of a reality that might not even ever be a reality? Right? So really prioritize yourself. Really check in with yourself. What are those beliefs? Are you in control? Or are belief systems that are working against your joy, your goals, in control? Who do you want to win? So, my friends, put yourself first. Step into your power. Realize that you alone dictate the flow of your life. You alone can make those choices and decisions for yourself. You can change your life at any time, at any moment. That power is yours. So don't forget it. So, my friends, that's all I have for us this week. Please prioritize yourselves. Take those leaps of faith. Be your own best friend this week. And let me know how it goes. Sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful and blessed week. Bye.